Leroy Bennett for Victory Gold Sports. I'm here with Quanera Hayes, the two-time NCAA Division II champion from Livingstone College. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm well.
Good, good. I understand that you were from Hope Mills, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And while you were there, did you run track while you were there?
Yes, sir, I did. I started in the 9th grade running because it's when I moved to Hope Mills.
Okay. And what were the events that you ran when you were there?
I started out my freshman year running the 100 and the 200 and all the relays. And then by my senior year, I was running just the 200 and the 400.
Okay, all right. Now, you were enrolled in the Livingstone College. What year did you come in there?
2010.
2010. And did you start running while you were a freshman at Livingstone?
No, sir. I was actually what they consider a redshirt. I had to sit out my freshman year, and then my second year, which was my sophomore year, that's when I started actually running and being able to compete.
Okay, all right. Now, you were the national champion last year in the NCAA Division II.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How was your training? How did you become the national champion?
Well, I put in a lot of work on the track, and it started with cross country. I ran cross country for the first time. I think that's where it actually started because it helps you condition and stuff. And then just weightlifting, which is not my strong point. I don't like weightlifting at all. And then just doing speed work on the track with my coach and everything.
Okay, all right. Now, you've just recently, and congratulations, because you are a repeat champion the NCAA Division II. Tell me, how does it feel to be a two-time Division II champion?
I can't explain it, but this time was actually better than my first time because this time my mom was there with me, and I was there, she was there at the finish line, so I was able to hear her. When I passed the finish line, she was crying, so that made it much more exciting.
Okay.
And it made it better than the first time.
Now, the times that you ran, I suppose, let's say last year, do you recall what your time was?
I ran a 51.54, and then this year I ran a 51.91. I don't know what happened, but it was actually slower than last year, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. At least your endurance training from cross country helped you, still outclass the rest of the field at that point.
Yeah, I think it was more so my nerves, because it was a lot more pressure this year to repeat the championship, because Livingstone has never really had a female national champion, and it's just the pressure of everything sometimes it just weighs down on me, and I could just get nervous. So I think that played a part in it as well. So
would you say you have a good support network there while being enrolled at Livingstone?
Yes, sir. It's funny because a lot of the guys all my teammates, they love me, but a lot of people oh, I'll race you, you can't beat me, but everybody does support me, and all of my teachers support me. They be looking for me when they send out emails and everything. And then, of course, the support from my coaches is...
With Dr. Jim Jenkins as well.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations again, and we thank you for coming over here to Victory Goals Magazine. Let me ask you, just before I close, can you give some advice for others who aspire to be a track star? What are the things that you find that's important to be as successful as you are?
For one, you have to have a good mindset. You have to go in it thinking you can do what you put your mind to. Because if you go in saying I can't do something, then you're not going to do it. I struggled with that. My freshman year, my coach would want me to run a certain time, and I would always say that I can't do something. And then once you start putting your mind to something, then you will actually be able to do it. And don't give up on anything, and don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you this. Now, you're currently enrolled at Livingstone College. What is your major?
It's English.
English, okay. My mother would love you, okay? Because she was a teacher, honestly. And I've actually followed in her footsteps for 3 years. But English is a good subject to major in. How important is academics as far as being successful in the classroom as well as on the track?
It's very important because if we don't have the grades, they will sit you out, and I can't afford to sit out. So it's very important that you go to class and that you do well in class, because you never know what could happen with track. So you always want to have something to fall back on.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good segue. If you weren't a national champion, or if you, because you're aspiring to be a world champion and an Olympic champion, what is it that you would like to do?
I would love to teach elementary school.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you this, a little short story. I got a 7th grade granddaughter who runs track, and believe it or not, she wants to be a teacher. She's not necessarily an Olympic champion, but she's trying to get your records, okay? Well, thank you again for coming in here to Victory Goals Magazine. Thank you for watching. I'm Leroy Bennett for Victory Goals Magazine, hoping that all your goals end in victory.